It's horrible outside. It's raining, it's windy, it's cold. When one of those things happens, it's okay, but when all three happens, it's pretty terrible. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to focus on topic sentences. So I've created like about an 18-slide lesson on topic sentences. Welcome to all of the new people. Quite a few new people in the last week have joined the course, so very, very welcome. Just to reiterate, I know that I put this in my welcome emails and welcome video and stuff. This is not the course. So these lessons that we do inside this Facebook group, these live lessons and everything, this is just like supplementary, complementary to the course. Everything you need is in the course, but what I like to do is just give you guys extra stuff. So what we do is every week just say like, what do you need help with? And like this week, lots of you said, I need help with topic sentences, so we're going to do that. Just, and also allows me to interact with you guys, answer any of your questions or anything like that. So let me first just check if everything is working okay. I have my phone with me, so I'm going to check if Facebook Live is working okay and everything, because as some of you know, it doesn't work all the time.
Okay, I have my phone with me.
Excellent. Okay, everything seems to be working okay. So hello to Edith is the only person that's commented, but feel free to comment and let me know that you're here, or just say hello or anything like that. So the format for these lessons is basically, I do the lesson, I try and give you some sort of a task at the end of the lesson. So the first part of most of the lesson is me teaching you and showing you examples and everything like that. And then what I do is I give you a task at the end. You don't have to do the task because I know that you've got a lot of other work to do with the course and everything. But I like to just add that in because some of you really like to do the work and do extra stuff. So I thought I'd add that in for you. What else will we be doing? If you have any questions about the lesson, feel free to put them in the comments below the video, and I'll answer them at the end. I won't answer them in the middle of the lesson because that's just, it's difficult to answer questions and teach at the same time. And if you have any questions relating to anything, just wait until the end and we'll do a Q&A session. So I think that we're ready to get going. Let me see. Slideshow from beginning. All right, just let me check that the slideshow is working and you can see it and everything, and then we can get going. There's 16 people watching this live.
Slideshows.
Let's see who said hello. Edith, Ahmed, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of your names. Sosan, Irene, Sana, Uzman, and Nlit. Is it Nlit? I think it's Nlit, I'm not too sure. Alright, guys. Excellent. Alright, so topic sentences. Why, what, and examples. So we're going to look at the why do we use these, what are they, and we're going to look at lots of examples of them. Alright, so today we'll look at what are topic sentences, because if you don't know what they are, you won't be able to write them. Why do we use them? The why is really, really important. Knowing why you do something really helps you learn it, because as human beings, and especially people like me, the way my brain works, I find it very, very, very difficult to learn something if I don't understand why it is important. So that's why I always look at that. And we're going to look at key mistakes that people make, and we're going to look at examples. So warning, there are many, many different ways of writing topic sentences. Like most things with IELTS, there are 90% of the things, there are multiple ways that you can do things. I can't show you all of them, and this would be a waste of our time. So I can't show you, 20 different ways to write one topic sentence. That would be, a complete waste of your time and my time. So I'm not going to show you every single way to write a topic sentence. It would kind of be like, giving you every single linking word that could ever be used in an essay. That would be, again, be a waste of your time. But please don't complain if I show you something that is either exactly the same as in the course or different from the course. So this is not me complaining or anything, but in the past when I'd be doing these live lessons that are complementary to the course, people either complain that it's exactly the same as in the course, so why did you show us this? Or other people complain, it's completely different to the course, why are you showing this? So, I'm going to show you as many different examples or anything as I can, but do bear in mind that there are many, many different ways of doing things, and I'm just going to show you the ways I think are most effective. So, what are topic sentences? It's the first sentence of a main body paragraph. So, we don't use them in the introduction, we don't use them in the conclusion. When we use them is in the main body paragraph. So, task 2, the two middle paragraphs, so paragraphs number 2, paragraphs number 3, the first sentence of those paragraphs, you're going to write a topic sentence. And they tell the reader what the main paragraph is about, hence one idea per paragraph. So a common question is I get asked is, can we use multiple different ideas in one paragraph? No, because your topic sentence is going to say, this is the one thing that I'm going to talk about, so therefore you should have one idea. And they should be the same as your main ideas. So we're going to look at this in more detail, but you should look at the question, think about what your key ideas are, and then you're going to include those in your topic sentence. So let's look at that in a little bit more detail. So you'll look at the question and you'll think of main ideas. So say it is an agree or disagree question. You're going to say, I agree with it, or I disagree with it. So let's say that you agree with it. You're going to think of 2 main ideas why you agree with that. And then you're going to put those main ideas in your introduction, okay? So you're going to think of the ideas, and you're going to outline them in your introduction. And then you're going to take the same main ideas, and you're going to put them in your topic sentences. So you're taking them from an idea level to an outline level in your introduction to a topic sentence level in your main body paragraph. If any of this, if you're new to the group and you haven't done the course yet, this will be confusing for you. If anything is confusing and you haven't done the course, do the course first. These lessons, these live lessons, are really for people that have done the course and finished the course and just need a little bit of extra help. So, and then you're going to put those ideas in your conclusion. So your ideas go in the introduction, the main body, and the conclusion. You are not repeating anything. So every time I suggest this structure or talk about this in any way, lots of students say to me, you cannot repeat anything in your essay. So that goes against basic essay writing technique. Look at any good essays, look at any good academic articles or anything like that. They will have the main ideas in the introduction, the main body, and the conclusion. You're not repeating anything. What this comes from is poor IELTS teaching, where teachers that don't really know what they're doing see that you cannot repeat things. You can't repeat vocabulary. You want to avoid repeating vocabulary, but it's fine if you repeat ideas, and you should repeat ideas. Okay, so you're not repeating vocabulary, but you must vary your vocabulary as much as possible. So how will I vary my vocabulary, my language, and my vocabulary? So normally when I suggest this to students, when I suggest putting in an introduction, your topic sentence, and your conclusion, what students say to me is, I won't be able to vary my language enough. I don't have enough vocabulary. I don't have enough grammar. Okay, so the question is, how am I going to do that? How am I going to vary my language? Remember what band score you are aiming for. You're going for. You want one of the elite, the top band scores. So you want a band 7, or you want a band 8, or you want a band 9. So what you're telling me is, I want a band 7. but I don't want to use Band 7 language. I don't want to use Band 7 vocabulary. Would you ever say you wanted to pass your driving test, but you didn't want to park or reverse or whatever the key essential things that is involved in passing your driving test? No, you would never do that. So what people are saying is, I want to get a Band 7, but I don't want to use Band 7 vocabulary. I don't want to vary my vocabulary enough. If you're saying that, you are not at a Band 7 level yet. So if you want to get a Band 7, start acting like a Band 7 student. There are many, many students who say that they want a Band 7, say that they want a Band 9 or a Band 8 or whatever it is, but they aren't prepared to do the things in their essay, or they're not capable of doing those things yet. You will get there eventually, but realize that in order to get a Band 7, you need to be doing Band 7, Band 8 things. So let's look at an example. So your introduction, the two main ideas, main body 1, your first main idea, main body 2, second main idea, your conclusion, you're going to reiterate your main ideas. Okay, so if you have gone through the course, that will be very, very obvious to you. The reason why I am showing it here is some people, very few people, but a very small percentage of you have gone through the course and still don't get this. So I thought I'd put this basic structure up here. So let me just check to see if there are any problems with the live stream or any questions or anything like that. Nope, good. Right, let's continue. So why do we use them? So we must always be thinking of the reader. Everything you do in IELTS writing, you must be thinking of the reader. That is the only reason why we write anything. So the only reason to write something is to clearly communicate with the reader. That is the purpose and the sole purpose of writing. The only reason why you put pen to paper and write words on that paper is to communicate clearly with someone. A topic sentence tells the reader what the main paragraph is about. So what a topic sentence does is it improves communication because it improves the clarity of your essay. Think of it like a signpost, helping the reader on their journey through your essay. I correct essays every single day, and the most frustrating thing is a job that should just take me 20 minutes. It should only take me 20 minutes to look at your essay and give you feedback on it. A lot of the time it takes me 1 hour because I've just no idea what the person is trying to say, and it takes me so long to try to figure it out. So if you think reader first, thinking about the reader first, then you're going to be making the reader's job much, much, much easier. If you make the examiner's job much, much, much easier, then the likelihood of you getting a higher score goes up considerably. So what are the key mistakes that I see people making with topic sentence? Topic sentence is not matching your main ideas. I have no idea why people do this, but it is extremely common. What will happen is they will outline their main ideas in the introduction. It's very clear what their main ideas are, and then they'll completely change them in the main body. And then in the conclusion, they might even have different ideas. I don't know how to stop that because I have no idea of the thought processes that go through people's minds when they do that. Again, go back to the basic structure. You're thinking of ideas, you're outlining them in your introduction, you're putting them in your main body, and you're putting them in the conclusion. They all should match. You should have two main ideas, and they all match up. Topic sentence is not matching explanations and examples. So you are going to write your topic sentence and then you're going to explain that topic sentence and you're going to write an example to support that topic sentence. They should all match up. If they don't, it is extremely confusing to read. The reader just has no idea what you're talking about. Like imagine if somebody said to you, what did you do last night? And you said, last night I went to the cinema. And then you started talking about a football match. The person said, oh, was the movie good? And you said, yeah, well, the football match was pretty good. Like Liverpool got beat 3-0, which was really good. And the person would be like, well, what were you talking about? You're talking about a movie and now you're talking about a football match? Like, it is extremely confusing for the person that you're trying to communicate with. Again, I don't know how to fix that problem because it seems such an obvious thing to do that I do not understand the thought processes of someone who doesn't do that. It seems like a very, very obvious, simple thing to do. So just do it. No topic sentences at all. So some people just don't write them at all. Again, pretty obvious. The solution to that is do write them. And the other really common thing is very unclear or vague topic sentences. So topic sentences that are just so vague or so difficult to understand that you may as well not have written them at all. Remember that the function of a topic sentence, the purpose of a topic sentence, is to make it easy for the reader to understand. If you're either using language or your ideas are so vague that the person reading it doesn't really understand what that sentence means, then you've defeated the purpose of writing it at all. So, making your topic sentences as clear as possible. In general, there are two main elements to a topic sentence. Part one, reference the question, e.g. the first advantage is. So imagine if you're doing a question and the question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages? You reference the question by saying, the first advantage is, and that would be the first part of your topic sentence. Part two, reference the main idea. Example, the first advantage is the improvement of education. So, the main idea is the improvement of education. Referencing the question is the first advantage is. Now, this might look very, very simple to you, but think about what this sentence would do. If someone was reading this, and this was at the top of your first main body paragraph, the first advantage is the improvement of education. Do you think that the examiner, do you think the reader is going to understand what that paragraph is about? It is going to be extremely clear to them, and that is the most important thing. So, fixed phrases. Be very, very, very careful with these fixed phrases. I know that they seem as if they will really help you and all you have to do is memorize them. Just memorize some phrases and put those into your essay. And it's an easy thing to do and it will help you a lot. But please do be very careful with these. You need to have flexibility in the exam. If you just memorize lots and lots and lots of fixed phrases, you are not thinking for yourself. You're thinking kind of like a machine. Machines are not very good with flexibility and dealing with complex questions. You do not want to go into the exam with just fixed phrases. So be very, very careful. The following fixed phrases I'm going to show you are for demonstration purposes only. Do not memorize them and write them down without thinking in the exam. Now you might use them if it's appropriate to use them in the exam, but please just don't blindly memorize them and insert them into your exam. That's a really, really terrible idea. So imagine you're doing a advantages and disadvantages essay. You would say the first advantage is plus your main idea, or the main advantage is plus your main idea, or the second advantage is plus your main idea. All right, pretty simple. All right, so you don't have to think of anything really, really special. All you have to think of is how can I write a clear sentence. So your main ideas plus these phrases, and please don't memorize these phrases. You can use them, but don't think that these are the only ones you can use. Okay. So say you're doing a problem and solution essay. The primary solution is plus your main idea, or the most viable solution is plus your main idea, or the most practical solution is plus your main idea. Or the best solution would be to plus your main idea, or the main problem, or the first problem, or this or that. What you're doing is just making it very, very clear what your main idea is and referencing the question. Discussion. So you could say, on the one hand, many believe that, plus your main idea. On the other hand, it is a widely held belief that, plus your main idea. On the one hand, it is believed that. All right, so just, again, very, very simple. On the other hand, many would say that. All right, remember, in a discussion essay, what you're doing is you're discussing other people's opinions, other people's ideas. Okay, so you're just putting these phrases plus main idea. And again, do not copy these phrases. Do not think that's the only way to do it. They're just for demonstrating to you how you would do it in the real exam. So an agree or disagree or a direct question, the best way here is simply write the main idea. Simply state each reason and you'll be fine. And you can also reference the question itself to make it a bit better. So, for example, if I was doing this question, some people think that schools should teach students to understand about right, wrong and good behaviour instead of this being only parents' responsibility. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? So imagine I agree. Okay, so my main idea, this isn't my topic sentence, but my main idea is children spend a significant amount of time with teachers and other students. So this is my first main idea. And what I do is I'm going to take this main idea and I'm going to put it in a topic sentence. Teachers should teach children proper behaviour standards because take that out. Because they spend a significant amount of time with one another. Okay, so what I've done in this, let me get my little pointer. All right, so teachers should teach children proper behaviour standards. This is referencing the question. All right, so I'm referencing the question because, and then I'm just stating the main idea. All right, really, really simple. So your task is, some people believe that the government should make university education free for all. Others disagree and say students should pay for their own education. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. So think of one idea for the first side. So some people believe that the government should make university education free for all. Think of one idea for why people would think that is true. And then think of another idea why people would think others disagree and say students should pay for their own education. Think about why some people would think that. Think of one idea for that. And then just write them out in clear topic sentences. Okay? Keep it simple. Think of simple ideas. Use simple words. Just make it very, very, very clear and easy to understand. And think about why you are writing a topic sentence. You're writing a topic sentence to help the reader understand what the paragraph is about. Okay, so, and just post that below this video and I'll give you feedback on Friday. Okay guys, so let me just see if you have any questions either about that or anything else, let me know. I have about 10-15 minutes if you have anything you need. So, Aishan Dalvand. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Hi Chris, I exactly have that problem. I try to write a clear introduction on topic sentences, but the rest of the supporting paragraphs are all over the place. I think it goes back to the planning stage. It would be great if you could share your thinking process about a good plan to writing the related supporting details of one paragraph. So Aishan, I've done that in the course. In the course I do a whole big thing about planning, and then for all the different types of questions, I plan it all out and show you everything that you need to do. I think that you might be a new student, so let me know, have you gone through the course yet? If no, go through the course and that will be very, very, very clear. If you have gone through the course and it's still a mystery to you, then let me know and then we need to think about how to help you out, but I don't think that that's the case, probably. Let me see. Any other questions, guys? And so any questions about either, what we learned today or just anything at all, I'll try and help you out. None so far. Just people saying hi to everybody that's saying hi. Claudia Doretti, is it possible to share with us a model answer for the question of this week, task 1? I think it is very difficult. And what we do is we will share the best answer, like a very strong answer. One thing that I've noticed is when we show band 9 answers to students, they're maybe not as useful as like a good band 7 answer. Imagine if you were like if you were learning cooking and the best chef in the world came along and cooked this amazing meal and it's like the best in the world and they showed you that as an example. It's probably not going to be very useful to you because you do not know how to use all of those techniques and all those recipes and all of those ingredients. It's just too complex for you. So what we're doing is we're posting like, this is the best one, this is a very, very good example, and that will help you out. Sal, when we post an essay in the Facebook group corrected by me, are they counted within the 5 allowed in the course? No. There's a difference between the submissions that you do to that and posting in the group. So no. Sorry, I have a little problem to state my opinion, but I agree or disagree with the discussion. Help me with this. So as in the course, as it states in the course, what you're going to do is at the bottom of the main body paragraph, you're just going to say, I agree with this or I disagree with this. I'm going to keep it very, very simple. Do that. Sardar, that should be quite clear in the course. Ricardo, hi Chris, a question like this, how it has to be built. In many places, new homes are needed, but the only space available for building them in the country is in the countryside. Some people believe it is more important to protect the countryside. That's a very, very complex question, Ricardo. Let me see is that a real question? Where did you get that from? Where did you get... Let me know where, because I don't want to... Because if it's not a real question, then the answer to it is really, really simple. But if it is, just let me know where you got it, and I'll help you out with it if it's real. Paksei Saho, as topic sentences should reference to the main ideas, does that make redundancy of words? What do you mean by redundancy of words? I don't understand what that means. Let me know. James Gushing. Hi Chris, just a very basic grammar question which confuses me a lot about adding the letter S in these statements. This essay agrees. Agree, many believe. So what is your question? I don't understand. That's not a question, that's a statement. So what's your question? And then I can help you out with it. Saeed Ashur, can I find the definition of topic sentence and main idea, the difference between them in the video course? That was what this whole video was about. So Saeed, you must have come in late and you didn't understand, or maybe you didn't understand it if you did watch it. Rewatch this video. This is a live recording, and you will be able to watch this video again from the beginning once we finish. Also, in the course, it is very, very clear the difference between a main idea and a topic sentence. The main idea is just an idea. The topic sentence is you stating it at the top of a main body paragraph. Ricardo, I don't remember exactly. Okay, let me just check. In many places, new homes are needed, but the only space available for building them is in the countryside. Some people believe it is more important to protect the countryside and not build new homes there. Okay, so what you would do is you're looking at the second sentence. Some people believe it is more important to protect the countryside and not build new homes. So your answer would be, I agree that it is important to protect the countryside and not build new homes, or I disagree that it is more important to protect the countryside and not build new homes. And you would just think of two ideas for each side, whichever side you pick. Yeah, I think there's a lot of... Carla, I believe James is talking about the use of possessive pronouns. Yeah, I understand that, but there was no question. It's just like a lot of people do that. A lot of people email me and say, I have a problem with this. And it's like, well, what is your question? So just let me know and then I can answer it. I think a lot of you, judging by the questions that I'm getting, a lot of you are new students and you haven't done the course yet. Be very, very careful. This Facebook group is not the course. These lessons, these live lessons I do, they're not the course. The course is the course. Go and do the course first. And then everything will be very, very, very clear. And make sure you do it as in module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it all in order and you'll be absolutely fine. Don't cheat. Don't go like, oh, I only need to look at 2 modules or something like that. Ricardo, it was from Cambridge 12. Okay, cool. Hope that my answer was good enough. I think I did a whole live lesson on that, or definitely featured it in some live lessons at that one. Isan, sorry I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm not sure if I should spend more time planning or just use that time while I'm writing to avoid going off the topic in the main body paragraphs. Well, planning will help you not go off topic, because what you're doing is you are thinking about that while you are planning. You're thinking about your explanations, you're thinking about your examples. So you're doing all your thinking before you start writing. So it should be extremely clear about what you're doing before you start writing. I would not advise spending less time planning if confusion is your worry, because what planning does is it removes confusion. So I think that answers your question, but let me know if it doesn't. Sardar, in speaking part 2, can we add extra information to give questions by asking yourself? So yeah, you can add in speaking part 2, you can add any information you want, as long as it is connected to the main topic. You should have to talk about the main topic, but you can talk about anything related to that topic. Sardar, there is a whole speaking part 2 module in the speaking course that tells you exactly what to do, so check that out. Are the markings for IELTS UKVIE corrected in a more severe way? Then no, they're not. They're exactly the same. Like anything with IELTS, what happens is one person does a test and gets a low mark, and what they do is, instead of blaming themselves for not doing very well, what they do is they blame the British Council or IDP or UKVI or their teacher or the weather or the way the moon was that night, like whatever it was, and then they tell lots of people and lots of people believe them. So the number of rumours and false things that are, not just with IELTS, with any test, not just English tests, any test, it's people that are basically, I don't want to say the word. You can probably gather what I think. But yeah, like you'll get a lot of people saying, like, don't do it in the British Council, and you'll get a far higher mark at IDP. And then the next day, different people will be saying, do it at IDP. It's far better than the British Council. It's like they're saying exact opposite, and they're totally convinced about what they're doing. I don't know. A lot of my day is taken up dealing with those types of questions. So yeah. Okay, guys. Any more questions? Let me know if you do, and I will help you out. Sarah Ralph, is it okay if V divide paragraphs according to the 4 categories, like for a bar graph showing the percentage of people using 4 types of devices in 5 different age groups, I take each of the devices? I would have to see the actual data, but the answer to that question is divide it into the way that is the most logical, that is the easiest way to understand for the reader, and that should be quite obvious from looking at the data. Don't think about, what way can I organize this? What way is easy for me to organize this? What way is easy for the reader, for another person to understand it? If you do that, you'll be absolutely fine. Sana, I can't answer that because you didn't describe. I don't know what you're talking about visually. You're talking about data, and I can't see it, so I can't answer it. It's like me asking you about a restaurant in my local village. Like, you've never been there and you can't see it, so you wouldn't be able to answer the question about it. But Sana, feel free to email the graph or whatever, and ask the question. So, anybody else got any more questions? No. Okay. So I'll give you guys 2 more minutes. Oh, here's another one. We should give an example including statistical data or relevant situation phenomenon is enough. So look, if you go and look at the module on examples, it states you can use statistics, you can use stories, you can talk about relevant situations. There are many, many, many different things that you can talk about. The only thing you need to worry about is, does this example support my topic sentence? Does it support my main idea? Is it authoritative? Does it actually work as an example? It's not the type of example you use, it's how you use it. It's whether it's valid or not. Anybody else got any more questions? Okay, guys, so hope that you enjoyed that lesson. Do the task if you can. let me know if you need anything. You have my email address if you need anything, or post it in the group. We'll be doing a Zoom session tomorrow, and I'll be doing another feedback Q&A session on Friday. But you have enough work to be doing the course and everything, and all your practice and all of that stuff. So hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you very much, guys. Great to be chatting to so many of you from my little office in Ireland. It always amazes me how we can do this live and everything. So many different people from all over the world. Great talking to you, and see you again soon, guys. Thank you.